So we've all had injuries, be it a tiny little scrape on your knee when you fell over as a kid, or getting absolutely lamped into a wall. Yeah, we've all been there. So I'm going to talk about my injuries. Because boy oh boy, have I got injuries. So when I was a little kid, I had a tendency to run around really fast and run into walls, basically. So I ended up having the pleasure of having 2 big bruises on my forehead. But the earliest urgent accident I was in was when I split my head open from running into walls. So me and my cousin, we were in the kitchen, we were eating dinner, and we decided dinner's boring, let's run around the table. And while we were doing that, my brain decided not to tell my legs to turn, and I ended up going straight into the wall and splitting my head open. And I can't even remember this. This is what I've been told. But moving along down the years, I was like 13 at the time, I think. And I had a little pony called Buster. He was cool. We were going on a hike down the road, and do you know those like really luminous signs? I actually have one in my room. Don't tell anyone. But my horse saw that and he did not like what it was. So I ended up planted into the road, and I had a massive cut on my arm from the fall, and a bunch of stones and gravel went up into it, which made it really infected. We went to the doctors, and so keep in mind now, I was young, and the doctor, joking obviously, was like, oh, we might have to amputate that. And I took it so seriously. I started crying. I was fully convinced this was the end of my career. I'm going to lose my arm. I'm not going to be able to do anything ever again. But it was fine. The doctor slapped a poultice on it and gave me a sticker. A few weeks later, it was still really, really infected. Turns out there were still stones in my arm. But we got them out and it healed. I still have the scar on my arm. It's pretty cool. I kind of forget I have it sometimes. And that was the end of my injuries until I got my first job. So I dropped out of school at this point, and I was going to a college specifically to be a jockey. And when I was there, I ended up getting flipped over, going over a fence on a racehorse, and I was knocked out. I just woke up on the ground, my nose was pumping blood, and my face just became a big balloon. So my trainer brought me to the hospital, and I sent a photo to my mum, and she was like, oh my god, what happened? Where are you? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, I was just chilling. I was just strapped to the bed, loving life. They did a scan on my brain, everything seemed to still be in place, so they just sent me home again. They had to take my blood also, which was not fun whatsoever. So coming home from the hospital, I had broken my nose, cracked my eye socket, and I was concussed. Yeah, not a good day for the parish, can't lie. So a rule in racing is when you get a fall, you have to replace your helmet, because if you fall again and it's cracked, you're done basically. It'll do nothing for you because it won't absorb any impact. So this is the first helmet. As you can see, it's very cracked. Even on the hat silk, it is torn. This is when I got my face battered in. This is the one I have now. Now, I fell off in France, and I got another concussion. And I will show you, hold on. And you can see the back. Now that's a very bad crack, and I need to replace that as soon as possible. It's very warm. But yeah, that's helmets. Now you learn something new every day. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. This took me a long time to make. If you follow me on TikTok, you could see my stories and how much this has just absolutely drained me. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the love that I got for me pitching this idea. In all honesty, it was a bit of a challenge, but it was really fun to make, and I finally got to animate something longer than 10 seconds. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another few months.